Okay, we're live. I just wonder what this Crunchyroll thing is. Subscription goal. 2 out of 10. Oh, I only got 1 out of 10 because 1 was a Prime sub and it expired. Purchase 2 gift subs or gift subs and get 30 days of unlimited anime on us. Valid for new subs and gift subs before May 26th. Okay. All right, I think
I just want to talk to him.
Hey, Nasiru. How's your day going? All right. Let's get the game up. We can probably move this over here. There we go. Been a pain in the ass to gang members. Oh, hey, Trouble. How are you going today? I'm not too bad. I mean, I'm not long got out of bed. I haven't had any caffeine yet, so we'll see how we go. And yourself? Oh, and Nasiru, I hope you're being a pain in the ass to gang members in, like, you know, a computer game and not real life. It's a little risky. Just looking at mods for repo. Yeah, last time I played, other people were playing modded and I wasn't. So they were seeing things I weren't, like Pokemon that were running around and stuff. I need to take a closer look at the mods. Anyway, let's give Super Trouble a shout out. He's an old friend and he streams. He's been doing it for a number of years. Plays a lot of simulator style games and stuff. He was actually one of the first people I saw playing Supermarket Simulator before it got really popular. All right. The real gangs here aren't the kind of people you fuck with. Yeah, okay, so it's good to hear you're not fucking around with real gangs. That's good. Nor do I. Although I did nearly get run off the road one time when I was like 19. That was Dad's fault though. I was coming back. I'd just moved out of home and I was coming back for my flight for like a birthday. And Dad came to pick me up at the bus station on his motorbike. And then on the way back, we encountered like a gang on their motorcycles. And Dad tried to overtake them all. And the leader of the gang took exception to that and nearly put us into a ditch. Everyone else in the gang was fine. It was just the leader didn't like that. That's my only real run-in. Even that's kind of minor. Where am I? I want to put the stream over to here. And that was many years ago. The gangs in New Zealand have gotten a little bit more violent now. Some of them, because of sort of oh, my dog is barking my ear off. There's a sort of an issue where like the gangs in Australia are more violent, and like New Zealand, you can, if you live in New Zealand, you can go to Australia without needing any sort of visa or anything, and you can work over there. We've got the rights to do that. But you have House Angels, MS-13 and the Bloods. Yeah, I mean, we have House Angels as well. I think don't really have as much don't have MS-13 and Bloods. The big new gang in New Zealand is the Comanches or something like that. And they've come over from Australia because, like I said, you can go over to Australia and you can work and stuff. It doesn't require anything. But like then people go over there, they work, they have kids. The kids get in trouble, join gangs, join very violent gangs, and when they get arrested, they're not actually Australian citizens, so they get deported back to New Zealand. And so we end up with these people that have grown up in Australia and who have like learned this very violent gang culture, then getting deported back to New Zealand and taking that with them, which is a little bit of a problem. Anyway, I'm just going to let my dog out so she doesn't continue to bark my ear off. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back.
Good morning, people of the internet.
That was my partner saying hi. Hopefully people heard that. Alright. Alright, yes, private group. Trouble says Borden.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be aware of this trouble, but Kat is thinking about starting a YouTube cooking channel.
All systems prepared.
Thinking about it. For those that don't know, Super Trouble does cooking videos on YouTube as well as streaming games. We've even tried the occasional recipe of his, and it's been quite nice. I guess I should work on this. This is only an outpost, but I have 16 days left. But alright. What do I need still? Oh, titanium. And for the mods, they can send you the profile for all the add-ons they have. Oh yeah, I'll have to look into that. Do they do crowd control as an add-on? Crowd control repo could be. I'm pretty sure they do actually. I've seen someone play with crowd control. Crowd control repo would be fun. I think I even tried to kill him by spawning a bunch of exploding gnomes or something on him. Alright, off we go. Where did my screen go? There we go.
Leaving system.
So I was never planning on claiming an ape system, but then I got curious and I was looking around, which was a mistake. And I found this one with this really pretty gas giant in it. Probably that's crowd control, not the Thunderstore or whatever. Yeah. Have you played with crowd control? It's a lot of fun, especially if you're nice and lower the prices a lot. I did that for my chat on E-Rock Galactic, and people keep murdering me. Last time it was by spawning in anxious nuke bugs, where you gotta constantly pet them or their anxiety goes up, and if their anxiety reaches 100%, they explode in a massive nuclear explosion. And there were a whole bunch of them, and I was trying to pet them all, and I missed one. We tried it, there wasn't any interest in it, yeah. It could be a lot of fun, but you need to have a chat that's willing to engage with it. Just use Tangier. I have Tangier, but like no one ever uses it. So the opposite problem. Like it's set up to jump scare me on my screen as well, but like I don't think anyone's ever used it, so I've never. Tangier doesn't activate the printer. So how do you use Tangier? Because I've got I'm using it like with this screen overlay so people could pay bits and jump scare me with stuff from it. But no one ever seems to want to do that. So I'm just kind of like, is there any point? Auto dock in progress. I have a printer that prints out subs but followers. Bits to jump scare. There should be a Tangier overlay. Not on overlay, a thing on the side of the thing.
A thing on the side of the thing?
No, it's not there. No, where is it? Is it in the... Maybe it's just in the about the stream screen. No, that's right. It's not set up as an overlay. It's set up on my about page, I think. Maybe I can exception it in a moment and show you, I guess. Let's see if we can do that actually. So if I open, I mean, I already got Twitch open. We'll just go off the thing and go to my channel for a second. Yeah, it's below. Yeah. So this might get a little screwed up on the sound. I apologize about that. Let's see if I go here and I display capture, drag this across, and go to my actual channel. So I think it's this bit down here. So I think it's this bit down here. So I think it's this bit. Can I mute that? I'll mute my channel. There we go. That should fix that sound problem. So a lot of this stuff should actually appear on my screen. Can I test it? I did test it when I first set it up, but that was a while ago. You can do like TTSs and stuff as well, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway, I will. Let's give me a second and I'll fix all this back up. So we'll take that off. And then I'll go back to my actual create a dashboard. Keep an eye on things there. And then go back to the game. I wonder if there's a way to make it more obvious, put it there, put it actually up as an overlay. You can add your own from clips and stuff. That's kind of cool. I'll play with that at some point. Alright. If you ever do try it and it doesn't get a reaction, then it's probably broken. So please let me know if that happens. And I'll see if I can refund the bits or whatever that gets spent on it. Right, let's do this while we're in here. Now, I know I said I was done with claiming systems, but you know, there's such a pretty gas giant in this one, and it has rings. Ooh. Almost behind the planet, but not quite. We can jump.
Vectors.
Yeah, I haven't been in a rush to complete this outpost. But I should get it done. Let me pause this for a second. I'll show people the very pretty gas giant that let me before I claim it here. It's not a bad system as well. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that pretty?
Ooh,
yeah. Yeah, it's calling for an asteroid base above it. The rings are, well, it could be better if it had an icy ring, but you know, what can you do? It's got a middle, oh, it does have a middle, it does have an icy ring. Okay, cool. It's a middle rich and an icy ring. So it might be calling for 2 asteroid bases. Only has 1 slot though, so I guess we're stuck with whatever we get, whichever ring we get. But overall, like, look at that system. All right. Oh my god. There's this giant dog. I don't know. I don't think that looked quite the same on stream as it did on my screen, but there's this, like, the dog that appeared, it was the entire center of my screen. It was huge on my overlay. So that's definitely working. Thank you for whoever tested that. Oh, Ed, thank you. Yeah, I can probably fix that actually. There'll be a Tangier box somewhere. I can make it bigger. So there's like the overlay, which you don't see, which it just shows on my screen in front of me. And then, yeah, it was the way you set it showed to me the way you set it up to be. But then there's like whatever the actual thing is being shown on stream, which is a much smaller box. But I can make it bigger. I can make it bigger, yes. That's what she said.
Isn't that what he said?
I think it works either way. She can be, oh, look at that thing. I can make it bigger. Alright, let me... Once I dock, I'll play with the Tangier thing. Wonder if I can actually get a Tangier overlay that shows on screen, like the way the crowd control one does as well. Whee! Could you do me a favour? The car is back inside, could you shut the door? Coco's right here by the heater. As Coco likes to be. You'd actually cuddle up to that heater if you could, wouldn't you, Dom?
Probably.
Well, I confirmed it's working. I'll try and, hold on. Let me go to my actual, let me go to my OBS. Where is the Tangier control? So at the top somewhere. There it is. We'll make it bigger and right in the center of the screen.
Would you like me to perform routine maintenance when we dock? Fine.
Okay, I think that's fixed now. Who needs money? Who needs money in the name of testing? Who needs money IRL? In the name of testing, you can spawn a laughing dog on stream for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
I honestly thought people were going to use it more for like jump scare ones. To be fair, the laughing dog was cool though. Alright, 41% done on this. So working on titanium, we've got a bunch of small shit still to do. I feel like there was a way to filter it, but I can't remember how. Or maybe it was only on the website you could filter it. Well, there was definitely a lot of jump scare options on there, but there's also just a lot of stuff on there. Because normally a lot of the stuff you see on stream, like the alert things that pop up and stuff, I don't see on my monitor, but due to the overlay, these ones I do. They just pop up in front of me while I'm playing. Maybe I should make it clearer when I add stuff like that. It's been in there for a long time. Apparently no one found it. They're 100 bits, which is a bit much. That is absolutely fair enough.
Are you ready to jump?
I'm not sure if I can change the price on them. I think the price is set by Tangier. I might be wrong.
Fine.
Okay, I see that it's been a little while, so I'll have to look into that. I'll see if I can set Tangier as an overlay to make it clearer. And see if I can change the price. I'll make notes to do that between now and the weekend. Give it a little nos, a little speed for the spaceways. Oh, too much speed on the spaceways. Oh. It ramps up so fast. So do you think I should, if I can change the prices on the 10G, I think I should set the jump scares lower, like 25 bits. Encourage people to do it. And then before they know it, they're like, wait, how did I spend 400 bits? I think I pretty much set that up almost right after I became affiliate too. So it's been there for like, I'm guessing like 8-9 months. I could probably get one of the bots or something to put like reminders in chat about it, like every half hour or something like that, without it being too spammy. Do people like that? Like when if the chat pops up and reminds, like a chat bot reminds you about stuff, or does that just annoy people when they're watching a stream? Weigh in. I mean, I do get that. Like, I'm not actually expecting anyone to spend money, really. I mean, it's like, it feels like every time I go grocery shopping, everything is more expensive than it was a fortnight ago.
Yes, because it is.
And our bloody local
Tell them how much a block
council.
of butter is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You usually ignore the periodic reminders about stuff, mostly because it's something you've seen 1,000 times by then. I wonder if I can set it up so it only reminds people, like, while I'm on an ad break or something like that. I really need to play more with that kind of stuff with the stream.
Landing gear deployed.
You know, it isn't going to be so, like, it isn't going to be as annoying because it's not distracting you from something that's happening on stream. Although you're subbed, so you don't see the ad breaks anyway. Alright, more titanium.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Alright. Maybe we'll get attacked by a pirate. Wouldn't that be fun? Don't get me wrong, I really appreciate the sub. I absolutely do.
Alright. Oi!
But I'm not expecting anyone to go and spend like bits on the channel with like monies and like an, you know, an issue or anything.
Fine.
Or even if they've just got a frugal mindset.
Already summoned.
I can fully understand that.
You are clear of the station. Flight control out.
Frameshift drive charging.
I probably need to figure out like something extra in Discord to give people that are subbed or something. Some sort of extra reward.
Hey!
Besides on the, you know, that cool badge.
Oh. What are you doing?
Jesus, the drift on the ship. Come on, there we go.
Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Captain Kirk. There is that, like, you know, like that whole I don't want to break my streak thing. I've you know, had that myself. Alright. More why is it behind the planet? Come on. You're forcing me to go around it.
you bastard! Hydrate!
Hey, Doc. Well, I will hydrate in a second once I do the auto dock.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, old man.
Yes. Oh, I fully get that, and I do appreciate the support. Alright. Request docking.
Requesting docking bay.
Number 1, take us in.
Affirmative, Commander. Yes. Thanks. Quarter impulse.
Folks, know what's going on. Nobody's in my beat.
Landing gear deployed.
There you go.
Preparing to dock.
I have drunk liquid.
What's better?
Our older dog, the other one's not that much younger to be fair, decided to take herself back to bed, and then she was barking from down the hall going like, why are you people up? It's cold. You're nuts. Come back to bed.
You understand talking up for breakfast?
Yeah, that she understands. It's a priority list. She's half Labrador, so food is very much top of the list.
You love your food, don't you? You love it.
Down.
Yeah.
Handoff. Complete. Great work. Sir, the ship is yours.
You only have to stir a little bit while you're sleeping, and she's off the foot of the bed and being like, yeah, it's time for food. Whereas in the other dog is a little less food motivated, and she actually waits until you actually got out there and dished up the food before she actually bothers to move.
And even then, she doesn't know whether she wants to.
Yeah. And even then, sometimes she's like, do I want to? Yeah.
Nice cozy here. Hello.
But I think some of that is like, I suspect she's going a little bit hard of hearing. She's getting older, and she's had ear problems for a bit. Yeah, quite a few years of ear problems.
And prepare for jump.
But other than that, she's fine.
Where are we going?
So far as
Back
we
to
know.
Donuts Gateway. Look how convenient this is. One jump. Donuts Gateway.
Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
Ooh, the forest is supported by crowd control. It'd be fun if we would pick it
All
up on
systems
stream.
Check out.
Yeah, that'd be
No
cool.
Unusual activity. It's boring.
Probably won't be this fortnight because I'm being very frugal to try and find the money to pay for my rates bill. Yeah. But maybe I might be able to grab it next payday.
What's that?
It's a survival game called The Forest.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Heard of that one?
Oop. That was not quite what I intended. Yes, that is also on the list to do. That. But again, being very frugal at the moment.
I'm still waiting for my birthday present.
You got a fill-in birthday present. You can wait a little bit.
And I'm waiting for
She got a nice yeah.
Piece of wood.
That's not fair. Like, nice piece of. I mean, technically yes, but you keep going on about how you wanted a wooden chopping board, and that's an actual Remu chopping board. So, it's a very nice wooden chopping board.
It's a nice piece of wood.
Yeah. Well, yes, technically a piece of wood. Okay, fair. For those who are wondering, Remu is a native New Zealand tree. It's very nice wood for like doing woodwork and stuff with. Though most of the Remu is now protected, but you got lots of like old furniture and stuff made from it from like yesteryear.
You know, when they made things to last.
I mean, that is probably not on the cards, Dark, unfortunately.
What's not?
He's being suggestive. I mean, the action he's suggesting might be on the cards, just not the result.
Access granted. Adjust heading for approach to badge 3-9. Automated docking approved.
Boom, 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 boom. Do, do, do. Boom, 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 boom. All right. What the? Oh, we got nudged. We got nudged by the arm. And we lost 60% shields. Hopefully we don't get nudged by another arm. It's the docking computer's fault. Besides, if the noobs don't have strong enough shields to survive getting nudged by a rotating space station arm, then that's their problem. Unlock engineering, noobs. Oh, I thought the point was only noobs got hit by it, but you know, again, I'm playing in the auto docking computer. I've definitely not myself flown straight into one on stream. That's definitely never happened. I have sort of gotten over making the Fortress Coriolis stations now, though. Oh. I don't use the docking computer that often on smaller ships, just the large ones. And particularly the Gudamaya ships, though. Like, I will even use the docking computer on the Clipper. Not that I fly one on this account, but Just because they got so much drift. It's so annoying.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Launch.
Initiating. Loading configuration. Stand by.
Yeah, noobs get straight up killed, usually by letting the docking computer take over. Yeah.
Landing gear retracted.
Open galaxy map.
Opening map.
I'm sure I could dock this ship manually though. We'll try it next time we come back here. See if we blow up. Alright, let's get through here before I get collected by the next arm coming around.
Frameshift drive charging.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control signing off.
Oh, Dad claimed a second system.
Jumping to light speed.
I had to remind him how to do it last night. And I also showed him how to build ground bases.
Point telemetry. Stand by.
It's actually not a bad system either. And it's real close to the really close to the bubble, so it's not far away from the like the colonization megaship. Go a little bit faster for a moment. So he's building himself another Coriolis station to claim it. He's ambitious like that. He's also, you know, retired and has all day to play Elite Dangerous pretty much if he wants. So... Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
5 minutes all gone. Just all gone. All gone. Never did it again. Will never happen.
Alright, open galaxy map.
Opening cartography.
Oh God.
I'm sure I got the name of his second system saved somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Open system map.
Humans
Oh, sorry.
suggested that gaining
Wrong map
knowledge and
type.
observation
Open galaxy map.
won't cut it for star map. Their uniqueness for interfering with the course of nature has been apparent since they
So I don't think I can show the actual
pushing along, accelerating their
system.
much faster than nature
No.
intended.
Huge bunch of gas giants with rings, and then
Survival instinct in its
lots of
purest,
small moons with,
primitive.
that are landable
They
coming off them.
knowingly destroy everything.
But it's down here, and the colonization mega ship is not that far away from it. There, see?
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So quite close. Deposit. Just gonna see what we got that's useful for this at the surface port, maybe. We built. So we head back here. It's on the planet right under this. Whee! Bum 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 bum.
Frameshift drive charging.
Off we go.
Navigation for next system. Faster than light velocity reached.
Yeah. Yeah, I was to Dad. I was like, where do you want, like, what planet do you want to build something on? He's like, well, I got this planet over here. They had one building spot, and it had one orbital spot. The orbital spot was taken up by, like, an installation. And so, yeah, he was like, we went down there, and I showed him how to, like, use the thing to build on the surface. And he was like, what do I build? And I'm like, anything that's not a hub. And he's like, why no hub? And I'm like, because you can't land at the installation above the planet, and you can't land at a hub, so you'd have an economy that's just not usable. So he built industrial port, I think. Yeah. Like the low level port. Well, it's building an industrial port, I guess. Alright. Clark Foundry. But it keeps forgetting that he started building an ice. He started construction on an ice asteroid base. So he keeps going, I want another big thing in my system, so I'll just build the asteroid base. He's like, what asteroid base? I'm like, the asteroid base you like started building like 5 weeks ago and haven't delivered anything to.
What do you mean?
So wait, which one's that? It's like, it's this one, damn it. Alright. Clock Foundry. Should be fine for an approach, I'm pretty sure.
Orbital flight engaged.
Alright. Glide engaged. How a ship this size glides with wings like that, I have no idea, but that's fine.
As we near. Fine.
Man, listen to Captain Kirk being all sulky. I'll let him take over when we get down there. Captain Kirk, boom, 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 boom.
Are you bumping to the tune of Baby Shark?
I don't actually know. Maybe. Is that a problem? I think I was actually.
Yeah.
Don't know why that tune's in my head. I know it's catchy, but I don't have kids, so. Oh, we don't have kids. Request docking.
As requested.
Number 1, take us in.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Thank you. 1/4 impulse. Engaged.
So that is my ground port I built. To get CMM composites, which it does have CMM composites. I hope it's a little bit, I hope we get a little bit, I hope the amount of CMM composites has gone up a bit, but as long as it's not being,
Initiating docking procedures.
as long as it's not being massively hit by people, it will suffice quite nicely. Look at that tower.
Touchdown. Handoff. Complete. Very good. Sir, the ship is yours.
Well, that's true. We do have 2 dogs and a cat,
Yeah, fur babies.
and they're very,
Demanding.
they talk back a lot. It's
Affirmative.
annoying. Wait, what? What's affirmative?
And I won't disturb you again, although I sometimes find that you're already somewhat disturbed.
Come here then. You want a pet? Is that what you want? Is that a pet? Commodities market. Commodities market.
It's a calling, a silent
Fine.
summoner. It comes from within, this need to explore, gain knowledge. Eventually, whether you like it or not, and contrary to logic,
But-
you'll embark on a journey into the void, blindly.
What's going on here?
Kind of adventure.
Commodities market. There we go. Oh, look, CMM composites have gone. They've gone up. It was about 9,000 when I first built this. 47,000. Nice. We actually need water. Let's grab that while we're here. It's 669.
Shut it, please.
And I guess we just pull up the other bit with CMM composites.
Cargo hold at maximum
Compliment.
capacity.
Not you. What's your problem?
This is going to be a very useful ground port for quite a while to come, I imagine.
Landing complete is engaged. Clear for ascent.
Open galaxy map.
Displaying star map.
What seems to be?
She's been fed, she's been outside, so the problem is she just wants attention.
You are now
Need a
being
teeny
controlled perimeter. Flight control signing off.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Often she'll come and bark at me while I'm streaming, and then I'll just give her a big, vigorous pat, and then afterwards she's happy and she goes and sits on the sofa and falls asleep. She's an old dog now. She's like, what's she, 13? Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
She naps a lot.
13 and 8.
Now the other dog's hitting me out for pats. She's a little less vocal about it though.
Frameshift now engaged.
Those side now.
Her head just emerges from under the desk and ends up on my lap, going, hey, you want to pat me?
Exit protocols.
You like it under there, don't you? Because the heater bounces like heat around under there, it makes it nice and warm.
Good day.
Which is why when I'm a little less... Don't know why I did that there. That was excessive. Which is why when I'm a little bit more, a little bit less frugal with money, once I got my rates and stuff sorted, I might also consider getting, like a webcam or something, and having like an under the desk dog feed that can be turned on and off for the stream. Dog cam.
Rain.
Southern Hemisphere dark. We're going into winter, not out of it. So I'm gonna need the heater for another couple of months yet.
Yep. I heard a boot hoot. Who did it? Who did that? Who was it? Who was it? Who did the booty toot? Was it you?
Wasn't me.
You did that, Coco. Was it you? You? Was it you?
It's not a problem though. I actually like winter. I find summer too hot. Winter's a little too cold, to be fair.
It's
But-
not cold like lots.
You know, it's not cold like Canadian winter or anything. It's just a little too cold to be comfortable without a heater. And
It doesn't go below freezing.
but I also like astrophotography, and winter's really nice for astrophotography. Like you get these long, settled nights. With like the Milky Way core visible all night long, generally during the winter. So, in various like parts of the sky as the night goes on.
Nah.
Come here.
Docking successful.
You have been fed.
Disengaged.
Would you like me to perform
Yeah, you'll
routine
be-
maintenance?
She's like, I don't remember that.
Yes, no, I mean, our summers aren't insane by like compared to like Australia or anything like that, but even then I still find it too hot. I'm very much a cold weather animal, I think.
It gets quite humid in the summertime here.
Yeah. Okay, let me deal with this dog. It's barking my ear off. Come here.
It's not going to be good.
Give a pat. Big, vigorous pat. There you go, dog. Is that nice?
You take this and put it up there somewhere. You can.
Okay, just take it out to the...
Oh, not right now.
Okay.
Got somewhere you can put it.
Yeah. Well, I can put it up here somewhere.
Maybe she'll shut up. No, she's interested in-
Oh, you think that's what she's barking about? She thinks you still had some breakfast. And she wants it.
I told her it was all gone.
There you go.
But she were very interested in that.
Big
fight.
pats.
It's all gone. I ate it all in my tummy. It's like your breakfast.
Yeah, no, I do prefer it. I do prefer it on the chillier side than on the hot side. Which is a funny situation sometimes where you're working in an office and like, you know, the air conditioning can't be set to please everyone. I used to work right next to a lady and either she was comfortable and I was so hot I was nearly falling asleep. Or
Permission
I
to
was
clear the
comfortable
area and jump.
and yes.
Boosting thrusters.
Should move on. Yeah, so either I was comfortable and she was absolutely
The
freezing
FDR
her,
is charged and ready. Stand by.
her bits off, basically.
Frame shift. Drive.
Engaging jump.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's cool and all. Open galaxy map. Open galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Thank you. Ooh.
Go away, Henrietta Hoover.
There's something coming up. It's just me. Fooling.
I do need to invite Dad round for a visit at some point so I can show him voice attack. And the Orion voice pack, he'll get a kick out of Captain Kirk responding to voice commands, I think.
Vectors. Hyperspace velocity reached.
He doesn't live that far away, but normally it's us visiting him as opposed to the other way around.
Hull integrity is within limits.
Yeah.
All other systems are at normal levels.
Whee! Too much. Don't know if I save any time when I end up turning around so often. Not on our 3000 light second. Maybe I do. I don't know. Donuts Gateway, here we come. Alright, should we see if we can manually dock this ship? If I was going to get another one, I'd run it along with the Orion one, and it would probably be like the ship's parrot or the ship's dog or something like that as the next one. I've heard the ship's parrot is hilarious, so it'd probably be that. So let's show our skills. We're totally gonna crash. Oh. Well, actually might try and make it easier for ourselves and approach a little bit more from the planet side of the space station. We should be better lined up with the entrance. There we go. I don't have to worry about the so-called noob killers. Request docking.
Docking request code sent. Stand by.
Oh, come on. No, I'm manually landing. Not that. Damn it, it screwed me up. Let's see. Can we correct it? Down we go. We're going landing pad 10, right over there. Oh. Landing gear got stuck. That's fine. At some point the docking computer will take over because I have to zero out the speed, but I mean, at that point, it's clear I can dock anyway. Alright.
maximum capacity.
I wonder which has the biggest stocks. Doesn't really matter. Alright. Number one, take us out.
Yes, sir. Powering engines. Diverting power to systems. Yes, sir. Understood. Launching now. Ascending. Thrusters. Now, please. Intelligent thrusters engaged. Take your time.
Boom, boom, boom. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography. Handoff complete. Commander, the ship is yours.
You know, definitely heard good things about the ship's parrot pack, so, and it's not as expensive, so that would probably be next on the list.
Doing not something.
Maybe. What do you got to? No. Bad dog.
No. It's naughty.
I'm sitting on this like nice woolen like dress jacket because it's warmer, and she was chewing the sleeve of it.
Oh, great.
It's not a lot of damage. It's fine. It's still quite wearable. But let's stop her doing that.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Get naughty.
Leaving system.
Yeah, you know you've been bad. Don't look at me like that.
Get naughty. How to do that? Oh. Naughty. Put you in the bath.
You mean? Both our dogs hate the bath, and just the mention of the word has caused her to run off and go hide. Well, yeah, but she's moved away from us. She was right down by my feet by the heater, and then you said the word bath, and she's like, nope.
She was already off when I told her she was naughty. You naughty. Aye.
She doesn't get a bath too often. Like fairly clean dogs, right? But occasionally she'll go and roll on something or something else, and a bath is warranted at that point. Bum, 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 bum. Gunter's Progress. It's got an interesting name for an outpost. Who is Gunter, and what is he progressing towards?
He's that guy that sings the "Oh, you take my ta-la-la" song.
Oh, is he? I don't know how many people actually know that song, though.
All the gamers just know that song.
Oh, it's quite old now. I'm curious if there's any New Zealand candy you guys have that is New Zealand only and can't get anywhere else. If so, what are they and your thoughts on them?
Pineapple lump.
Pineapple lumps New Zealand only? I feel like that might be Australian as well. A lot of stuff we get here you also get in Australia. But I have found some surprising
I think pineapple lumps is good.
lemon and pyro lumps would be a LMP lumps would be a Kiwi thing, I guess.
Pineapple lumps.
Pineapple
Australia tries
lumps.
to steal all our stuff anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm pretty sure we try and steal all their stuff too, so.
Never.
Pineapple lumps from New Zealand. Pineapple lumps or pineapple chunks are chocolate covered confection with soft, chewy pineapple flavored middle from New Zealand.
You see?
Are pineapple lumps in Australia? Did you know? Oh, look at that. Though they were developed in New Zealand, they've been produced in Australia since 2018. So it sounds like the pineapple lumps we eat are actually imported from Australia now.
See?
So I'm
I
guessing.
told you.
So I'm guessing they're Australia as well. So there is some candy, dark, that gets made based on like a soft drink we have called L&P, which is very much New Zealand soft drink, I think. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it had made it to Australia as well.
What about Whittaker's chocolate? That's
Whittaker's chocolate?
yeah.
I feel like that must get exported.
What about Jaffers?
We don't even have Jappers anymore,
Do so have Jaffers.
do we? Oh no,
Yes.
that's right. It was Tangy Fruits they got rid of.
Snifters that they got rid
Oh,
of.
Snifters and Tangy Fruits. I miss Tangy Fruits, damn it. So there is some New Zealand candy that there is some stuff that is made in New Zealand, or was originally made in New Zealand at least, like Whittaker's chocolate and stuff. But I feel like they do get exported, and they probably are available overseas, if not super common. I don't know. But yeah, there's a drink called Lemon and Pyro. LMP, which is very much New Zealand flavor. I'm not even sure. Like a lot of people from overseas show up and they're like, "What's a New Zealand thing?" And then the people go lemon and pyro, and they try it and they go, "Oh my god, that's disgusting." You know, it's just proves that we have the superior taste.
It's
I guess.
good with whiskey. Just saying.
Today it's produced by Coca-Cola. Well, I don't know if it's actually done overseas. So let me put this on Twitch anyway, and in the chat. You do get candy made with the lemon and pyro flavor at points. Like normally they're like limited release and they're around for a while.
Slabs.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll be available overseas because it's such a New Zealand sort of brand that probably just wouldn't be recognised.
About Buzz Bars. Don't know if you can get them anymore.
Just thought to ask this because I had some candy earlier, and the candy I had is a healthier option compared to our normal candy we have in the USA. The candy is called Who Kitchen. I've not heard of it, but I can look it up. We do have some like Who Kitchen, organic chocolate and snacks. Who is a fast-growing US-based snacking company? Chocolate.
stellar cartography. Just think of all those places, those faraway, unreachable corners of the galaxy, the uncharted areas of space.
But like, I have found some weird things that I didn't realize. Like, oh, honey, I probably haven't told you this, but did you know that lime flavored milk isn't really a thing overseas?
Not.
No,
Okay.
nor are lime flavored milkshakes for that matter. Or at least not in the US and in the part of Europe that Ed's from, because they're the kind of where I checked.
But they have key lime pie.
They do have key lime pie, but they just don't have lime flavored milk. That's all. Like, I don't know. It might be like I'm not gonna speak for the whole rest of the world and say it's definitely only New Zealand and Australia that have it. I mean, there's like, you know, Africa, South Africa, South America, all those kind of places. Like, you know, maybe it exists there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Interesting. So what was what was the verdict on Jeffers?
Leaving system.
Let me have a look. Jeffers availability worldwide.
Minties? Moments like these shooting minties.
Well, minties aren't all that good though. Jeffers, the iconic orange flavoured chocolate, are widely available in New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
They're also available online for international shipping. The costs and duties may vary. There you go. New Zealand and Australia thing. I don't think there's going to be too many things you find in New Zealand or in Australia that aren't available as a food option in the other country, to be honest.
Well, yeah. But we make better pies, alright? That's very important. The world needs to know that.
Flavours I have are not bad. I would say like around a 7 or 8 on taste and flavour compared to the unhealthy ones. Yeah. We did try, yeah, I assumed out of 10, yeah. We did try keto for a while, and so we're having like keto snacks and stuff. So you can get like sugar-free chocolate and sugar-free lollies and stuff.
Yeah, carob.
Yeah. Protein bars and stuff. My partner over there, she tried keto before I did, and then I joined her on it. And like we've got a bag of sugar-free lollies each, and they weren't very big, and so like I ate all mine in one go, and she didn't realize. And then she looked over and she was like, "Did you eat all those lollies?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, we were watching a movie, so I ate the whole bag of lollies." And she's like, "You do realize that those give you those work as a laxative if you eat too many of them." I was like, "They do?" And I checked the back of the packet, and I was like, "Oh yeah, like little tiny warning in very tiny letters that I completely missed." I was like, "I did not realize that, no." And let's just say the rest of the night didn't quite go as well as I had planned. You could have warned me about that before I ate all the lollies.
Some things you just got to experience for yourself.
Alright, fine.
Hey, I figured you would have read the page and seen it somewhere.
What did we learn? Don't trust my woman to warn me of stuff if it's going to be funny.
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 02. Automated docking approved.
To be fair, I probably did try and warn you, but you probably had your headset on. And then I probably thought,
I
well,
had my headset on. We were watching a movie. You definitely did not warn me.
oh, okay. My bad.
Well, I haven't made that mistake with sugar-free lollies again, so I did learn. Yeah. We got them a number of times after that, and I was always like, I'm just going to have a couple.
I reckon you need about half the packet. About half the packet, and you're alright.
Yeah. Yeah, a whole packet is too much.
Yeah, way too much.
Definitely too much. At least it wasn't deliberate.
It's one way to lose weight.
I've seen it been done deliberately. Ever tell you about that?
No.
So I used to be a member of a tramping club when I was a teenager, if you remember.
Yeah.
And there was a guy in the tramping club named Gerald, older guy at the time,
Would you like me to perform
and he was well known for bludgeoning off other people when we went. Tramping is hiking, by the way, for people overseas.
Fine.
I thought it's best to look at the packages for ingredients, etc., before any food or drinks, but that's just me. Look, Dart, I was not expecting a packet of lollies to have a laxative effect, okay? Like that's never been a problem with lollies in the past. Like, or candy, or whatever you want to call it. Like,
Hey, you would have pushed it the first time anyway. You'd have been, I'll be alright.
yeah, but he was like, anyway, this guy Gerald, when we got to like the hiking huts and stuff, he always like used to bludge people's like coffee and tea and stuff. And someone got annoyed of it and brought a laxative tea bag and gave it to him, and he was up the entire night. Which was like a little bit
for everybody.
It's like a little. It's a little bit mean because I don't think she admitted to him that's what she did. So I don't think he would have ever associated it with borrowing a tea bag. So it's not like the lesson was ever learned. Yeah, the bathroom, and I did come best friends that day. That is true. I was in there a fair bit. I mean, I'm still not up there with like streamers like Fillion though, who will take laxatives deliberately on stream and then watch scary movies.
Maximum capacity.
How's that for content creation?
You're on the edge of your seat.
And she's a VTuber, so you never actually know if she pooped herself or not. But... Open galaxy map.
Displaying map.
We may get collected here, let's see. Hey, at least you do not do the not smart thing. For what I have seen a person do is take sleeping pills and pills that make you go poo at the same time. Yeah, that would be a bad combination. Let's definitely not do that. Yeah. That would not be, you know, I understood. Yeah. It would definitely not be a, that would definitely not be the thing to do. That would be a very unpleasant wake up. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, a bunch of the pills. Alright. It's not a good situation. Was that done deliberately, like, for content on YouTube, or was it, like, just somebody filmed the aftermath? I've seen some people do some crazy stuff for content, man. Just, like... You know, the algorithm leads you to some interesting stuff sometimes on YouTube and other sort of, you know, TikTok and Instagram and whatnot. You sort of flow from video to video to video, and then you suddenly go like, wow, how did I end up on this? There was I had a similar thing years ago, like a it's a Pandora, the internet like radio station. I remember that. It was like 20 years ago or whatever. And where you would like put in an artist or a song or something, and then it would find you like similar songs and just play them on like a playlist. And sometimes you ended up with weird stuff. Oh, little too trigger happy on the drop from cruise. So sometimes it would do the same thing. You put in a song and like, or something, and be like, find similar stuff, and then it would play you another song that was quite similar, and then another song that was quite good, and then by the time you got to about the 7th song on the playlist, you're onto something that would no way resemble the original request whatsoever.
Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, you're like kind of like, how did
we get here?
How did we get to this? One job I was at was like that was so popular, all the IT department were listening to it, that we actually blew the entire company's like internet bandwidth in for the month in like 2.5 weeks. And then we got told off, but they couldn't fire the entire like IT and business analyst team and stuff, so we just got growled at. We were working, we're just listening to music while we did it. It was back in the days when like some of the companies had like deals with their ISP providers, like data plans and stuff, and we blew the company's data plan basically.
I mean, it's got to be good for morale though, right?
Would you like me to perform routine maintenance?
Then people would be more productive.
Nowadays it's less of an issue. Most people have, most companies as well, have unlimited internet, yeah.
Dollar. Ew. Ew.
Yeah, I remember that back in the day. It's like, I'm gonna download a piece of music. 7 hours later, I downloaded the one song I wanted.
It took me so long to find it.
I'm dating myself, but that's okay. Alright. We've got time for another round of picking stuff up. We did deposit, didn't we? Yep. Cool. Open galaxy map.
Star map.
Are you taking on extra time to things birthday? Am I correct?
I'm considering getting extra day or two off the Matariki. King's birthday probably isn't a good idea though, because it's around the start of the month, and the person that was covering the monthly reports for me whilst working on projects has left. We've got another person, like we've seconded someone from the business to help out, but they've only had like a little bit of training on it, so
Fair enough.
leaving them to cover the monthly reports by themselves with no support would be a bit mean on the first time they're trying to do it. Solo, yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
I agree that this one would need that like you very much.
It's probably fine to take some extra time off around Matariki. So Matariki, for people overseas, is New Zealand's newest public holiday. It's been around for what, about 3 years, I think? Something like that, 3 years now?
Yeah, this year will be the third year, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so it celebrates the Maori New Year.
The end of June.
So, you know, the Maori tribes went, how come none of the, how come all the public holidays are based on, like white people shit? And the government went, oh, let's find out. Hey, New Zealand, do you want another public holiday? And unsurprisingly, the answer was, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it was all about fucking COVID and the cafes and restaurants and hospitality industry missing out so much, and so
Acknowledged, Commander.
it was to give them a chance to recoup a little bit of money as well at the time, I think.
Yeah, it may have just been a bribe to try and make people happier, like all the COVID lockdowns and stuff that were happening. Just people in general. But of course, like no one's gonna, who's gonna like turn down a new public holiday? Like, so essentially,
You get together and you have feeds with people that you care about.
to explain it a little bit more, like the Maori tribes celebrate their new year when the Matariki star cluster, which to people overseas is known as the Pleiades. Well, I think most places overseas is known as Pleiades. Starts rising above the horizon and stays above the horizon for the entire like night or something, I think. There's a period of like it's in the sky most of the time, but then there's a period where it starts vanishing below the horizon, and then there's like 2 weeks, I think, where you don't see it at all, and then it starts reappearing. Also, I think that's how it works. It starts reappearing, yeah. And then when it starts, so when it vanishes and then reappears, that's the start of the Maori New Year. There's something I need to photograph at some point, because if you get it on long exposure, it looks really nice. It's like very...
What's that? My preview.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a very nice star cluster.
Well,
I just
good
don't know...
to see if your mum will look after the dog.
Oh no, it's not good to photograph around the Matariki weekend, because it only shows up in the sky in the early morning, and it's not dark enough. I have to wait a couple of months probably to get a good photograph of it. I also not sure that I've got the focal length to really do it justice either.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying I'm going to buy a new camera lens, relax.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying it might end up heavily cropped. She's upset because this one time I brought a $4,000 camera and didn't tell her first.
Perform routine maintenance.
Just the one time. She's glaring daggers. Not at me, but I can tell.
Fine.
And the other time you went and spent how much on lenses?
I told you about that though.
But how much?
A couple of grand.
It was about 3, if I remember rightly.
That falls into the couple of grand.
No, you're tripping over into the view at that stage.
Are you saying a couple is only 2? What about all those poly people? Are you going to be...
We're not talking about that.
Ship released. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
What do you mean? Ollie isn't many. Isn't many with thousands of dollars.
I maintain that $3,000 can be considered a couple of $1,000. Yes, I have a lot of expensive camera gear. Alright, I know.
All's clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
You're the one who wants to spend like $500 on a kitchen mixer though.
No, 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just one. Just one lonely.
And now people understand why we're always broke.
Hyperspace jump. Engaging.
Yes, because you've got heaps of expensive hobbies. Remind me again how you got interested in photography in the first place?
Scanning.
Because you wanted to do it.
None detected. Isn't that good?
She's acting like she doesn't also have a nice camera. I mean, it's not a $4,000 camera, but it's still a nice camera.
I would also like to mention that you had the camera's baby brother at the time.
Yes, that's why I thought I could get away with it, because it looked exactly the same and you wouldn't have noticed.
But I was on to you.
Alright, thank you, Doc.
That's right. You got home. And I was already
Forgot I left my cell phone at home, and I forgot the purchase. Like, if you purchase that much via the method I did, it sends a confirmation message to your cell phone to say, "Did you know that the purchase has been made?" So my partner's at home with my cell phone, and I go buy this camera, and I get home, and I'm like, haha, I won't need to tell her about this right away. I'll be able to keep it and then like, and just pretend it's my old camera because it looks exactly the same. And she's like, "You spent $4,000." I'm like, "God damn it." But you know, this kind of thing happens in relationships.
You'll remember that when I go out.
You acting like you've never done stuff to me in the past. Sitting in the dark for 2 days.
Well, come on, surely you could have found a solution.
I had no money.
Docking request granted.
You could have called your mom.
Back when we were students, we lived in a place that had a prepaid power, so you had to pay the power in advance. You like took this card to somewhere and you loaded it up with money, and like it was almost like kind of like an ATM machine, and then you took it home and you put it into your power box and it read the money off the card. And my partner was going to visit a friend of hers that lived like a while away, and and I was like, "All right, when you coming back?" And she's like, "Oh, like a couple of days time." I'm like, "We're gonna run out of power," and she's like, "Don't worry, I'll bring back $20 with me." And then she ended up staying away for longer, and I ran out of power, and then she came home and I'm like, "You got the $20, right? So we put the power back on," and she's like, "Oh no, I lost it." And it turned out she'd spent it.
But then I was there to suffer with you. You weren't there for 2 days on your own.
I'm sitting, okay. I was just sitting from the dark, like on my own for a day, and then we was in the dark together.
It was just like we were tramping.
Would you like me to perform routine maintenance?
I
For like
swear,
another day
that
until
must have-
payday hit, yeah.
That must have been the time we hitchhiked and we didn't
Fine,
get
I won't
away
disturb you
home.
again, although I sometimes
It
find
didn't
that
run and go
you're
back.
already somewhat disturbed.
Must have been that time. Never let me live that down.
Not like I'm angry about it really, but
I'm like $3,990 in credit.
you're not counting the sitting in the dark fee.
Right.
Anyway, I've got to go log into work in like 5 minutes time, so I'll find someone to raid out to. Thank you for everyone that came along today and kept me company in chat. I've had a fun stream. And it's actually been nice to have my partner here to bounce comments and stuff off as well. Alright.
Good day, guys.
I'll be back streaming on the weekend. All going to plan. And I'll find someone to raid out to. Who have we got on at the moment? And then whoopie doopie boom 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 boom. Alright. Lots of people on. I'm not quite sure who to raid. None of those. Alright. Well, I find someone to raid, I'll have a drink. no. Let's read Mystic Gale because I'm interested in seeing what her new model looks like. Which I think she rigged herself. She's been practicing rigging. So.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, channel was offline. Alright, can't raid Mystic Gale. Did it drop just in that moment? Like,
3 hours later.
I mean, that's not my fault. Alright, let's raid Maddie. There we go.
I'm waiting.
What are they playing?
Old man.
Maddie is playing Kingdom Hearts, which is a game that's super popular, but I have never played. Maybe I should try it at some point.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, there's lots of Disney characters in it.
Cool.
You play a dude.
Like Mickey over there.
Yeah, you play a dude that has like a key sword. But I don't know much more about it beyond that. Alright. And raid going out.
Essentially, in a lot of the I was thinking of the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Mad Rucksack or Maddie, and we are doing a level 1 run, which I was just explaining. So essentially what happens in a lot of Kingdom Hearts games is there's an ability like EXP 0, where your entire party gains 0 experience. It's just that simple. So you go through the whole game with the